Hi, Sean. Don't use those dirty old calculators, friend. You are better than that. So, quite rightly, we got this, right? We're trying to figure out what is that over 1. What's the unit rate there, right? So, of course, we're going to do some old school division. 28. I get my pen working here. There we go. 28 divides into 669. And we just do it out old school, buddy, really. There's no shortcut, really, but 28 doesn't go into 6. It goes into 66 two times. 2 times 28, we just multiply that through, gives us 56. We subtract that, we get 10 left over. We drop the 9, and we just rinse and repeat. Pardon me. That's going to be 3, right? 3 times 28. Now, just for the purposes of this video, I pre-did this on paper, right? That's where I'm coming up with this stuff, but you can just play with it yourself or reason it out, and we get a remainder of 25. So there's our answer right there. We're going to have 23, and then we express the remainder over the original divisor. So that's going to be our mixed number. So 23, that's called our quotient, our answer, and the remainder, 25, over the original divisor. And that's already in lowest terms. There's nothing I could factor out of that or do anything fancy with like so. Now, if you're going to calculate that, we can just play. That's old school division, buddy. It's the best way. Because when we get into like college math 1046, you're not going to be old school dividing numbers. You're going to be having like this, right? X squared minus 4 and x squared plus 8x plus 16, right? You're going to have to do stuff like that. And your calculator's not going to help you. You have to do it out old school division. Another way, though, if we do look here and you blasted in, you came up with 23.89, right? So if we just wanted to think about that, or another way, 23.89. Another way, and that's probably some rounding going on there too, right? I would call that 0.88, but whatever. We could see this as this is the hundredths place. So we could express this little part right here as a fraction of 89 over 100. Okay, now again, there's some rounding error here because we're not going to get that 25 over 28, but then you could go ahead and start reducing that. You know what I mean? Try to factor out two things like, 25 times 4 is 100, and keep going like that and try to reduce it. But that's really the play. We take a look at the place value of the decimal, and that determines the denominator. So if we had like 0.89, decimal 0.89, for example, that would be 89 over 1,000, right? And then we just reduce that. So that's kind of the play with decimals. Again, decimals are always an approximation, and in math, they're never really going to be accurate enough. So quite rare that we're going to actually use decimals in this course. Bit of a rant there, but I hope that helps, buddy. Let me know if it doesn't.